Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening to Asharul and also to my group member. Okay, we are last year student from UTM Melaka, and we are preparing an assignment for the Oshe subject to do an interview with an engineer. So the interview is about the Oshe and ethic issue that we will ask to Tuan Syarul after this. So here I will introduce myself and our group member. Okay, me is Bazil Suhaimi. Okay, we have Hamizan. Hamizan.
My name is Hamizan.
Okay, so and we have Cheong Yew Ching. Cheong.
Tuan, nama saya Cheong.
Yeah. Okay, Tuan Syarul. So before we start the interview session, can you tell us about your background and also your work experience in the field of this engineering as an engineer?
Okay, sure. So, hi everyone.
Okay.
So, I'm Cheryl, right? So, currently I'm an engineer and the campus is Buang Melaka.
Okay.
So, I'm a graduate engineer from KL, mechanical engineering.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's been 5 years I've been working in DI Melaka.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all the while I'm in Melaka, I'm working on the process engineering. So, in the short term, I'm doing human engineering as well. So, that's some of the background of my work experience and my study history.
Okay. Okay. So that we will start the interview. Okay, Tuan Syarul. Okay.
Okay, first question, what's the importance of ethical and humanity?
Okay, this is from my opinion. Is code of ethics is a standards of or a guideline for engineer in order to practice as a professional engineer. So this, basically the code of ethics guideline for engineer. So it's the fact that all the professional engineers should be within, working within our model, so we can cross all the line for become a professional engineer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Tuan. So I have a second question from Chong.
For the second question, okay, in your experience, have any issue that can relate to ethics-based regulation?
Yes, there's a few keys that is related to the ethics, code of ethics. So basically, I am directly involved discussion with our supplier. So what protect, qualify what supplier material. So when we get a report that discuss supplier manual, they falsify all the data sheets, so their certification. So actually they are not qualified as we call as it's not qualified for our supplier because there is some of the certification they need to meet. But to meet that, they have qualified document. This report to us by one of their when we know that they are qualified for the document, we direct needs all the documentations. We direct on terminate all the documentation and project related to them.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so we go to the third question. So, as a professional engineer, how do you doing a project by using code of conduct in Oshe?
Okay, as per before, I actually directly involved discussion with the supplier. So when we are directly involved with supplier, there's some sort of they try to rank any sort of key for us to select them to select them as our supplier. So that is something that is I need to be aware, and I need to be focused in my project requirement, and also their qualifications, and rely whether by their need or any by any need for them.
Okay. So we move to other question. Hamizan?
For question 5, did you agree code of professional conduct applied in industry? Explain why.
Yes, it's a must to have a code of ethics in many industry. This is to make code before standards for engineer and as a professional engineer. So because our decisions directly or indirectly is important and involved someone like. So in my case, I involved in manufacturing of semiconductor materials. Some of it is used for the automotive industry. So this code of ethics is very important. So we can code of ethics is very important to all engineers follow by all standards.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Cheong?
Okay, for my question, if the engineer did not follow the code of professional of conduct, what will happen?
This is example before for the conduct is important in industry. So if someone is not conduct, this means they jeopardize someone like engineer of their directly working on or involve someone like we conduct our job, we involve someone like, and I think it's not good for our industry and our country.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. For the other question, what is the punishment given if the engineer want to supplant or attempt to supplant another registered engineer?
Actually, I don't really understand this question, but
Oh.
what I get from this is they say yes, take over all my project.
Yes. Yes. This is true. Okay.
Okay,
It's my true.
yeah, in industry, they always changes in our job scope and also our position. So there's sometimes they new engineer for new guy will take over the project. So one thing we can go ahead, they are really compatible to lead this project and to do this. And also they are competent enough to lead this project. So we are okay to someone to release this as a project leader or project executive, but he must be really competent enough to carry out all their job.
Okay. So move to another question. Cheong and Hamizan.
For my question, the project is important for an engineer. Why the project cannot intervene or to take over the work of another?
Yeah, it's also somehow related to the question number 7.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, as an engineer, we are more on the project execution. So, why this project cannot take over the work of another is, for me, is because we are working on is from the beginning of the project. So, all the information and data collected by us. So, for me, job can with the project that we share as long as we also share all the information we have to make sure that the project are running smoothly until we pass over on the project to the new guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So have other question? Ada? Last question. Cheong?
Okay. Tuan, for my last question, according to the professional, do you approve a project that is not under your control? And why?
Okay, as of engineer, we are responsible for any decision that we are making. So we must make sure that we are really competent to be the one that do the decisions that we need. So it's a very good practice that if we are thinking that we are not really competent to improve that project, we must seek for someone else that is more expert or have more experience on that field. So this is there's something that is not under my control. I should not improve it or improve it. I need to seek for the professional or experienced guy opinions.
So we must to know the what we know. We must to study about the engineer to control some project. Yes.
Okay.
So we must to be a professional engineer to control the project. Some project, yes.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, Tuan Syarul, that's all for our question that we asked in this interview. So, so thank you Tuan Syarul for your time, for joining our interview, for completing our Oshe subject in the ethic issue. Okay, so I hope I hope all the answer that Tuan Syarul give can give us more knowledge. Okay, Tuan. Okay, Tuan. Okay, Tuan Syarul.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tuan.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Welcome. Salam.
Assalamualaikum and good evening to Sir Rajmal and also to my group member Amy and Cheong. We are last year students from Uttar Melaka and we are preparing an assignment for the Oshe subject to do an interview with an engineer. The interview is about the Oshe and ethic issue that we will ask to Sir Rajmal after this. So here I will introduce myself and group member. My name is Muhammad Hamizan bin Zainal, Bazil Suhaimi and Cheong, and here we are as our group member. Okay, Sarajma, before we start the interview session, can you tell us about your background and also your work experience in the field of this engineering as an engineer?
Okay, then I'm looking at your question just now. In your experience, okay, yes, during my working time, people, certain engineers, when they were given a task, they tends to hide certain findings just in order to make whatever they are currently doing is looks good lah. This one what happen usually upon hiding of their quality issue, and but then as a result, because I am manufacturing, isn't it? So as a result, that particular thing suddenly got accumulated and eventually uh, escalated to that point.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
the third question. Okay, the third question is, as a professional engineer, how do you do project using code of conduct? Okay, as I mentioned just now, conduct is behavior. So a good of conduct are something that punctuality to come to your meeting, carrying out task that is given to you on time and execute it to those satisfactory level lah. So yes, uh, especially when you are doing projects, every engineer should be doing their part of their task as much as possible. Very good code of conduct. Okay. Number four, as an engineer, how far do you know about code of conduct? As I mentioned earlier, code of conduct is very quiet inside your day-to-day understanding of work, of and everything. Because when you going to be interviewed for any work later on, code of conduct is going to be one of the things they'll be looking into within yourself lah. When you go to an interview later, people will be seeing from your dress, how polite you are and everything. Those are a good conduct. Okay.
okay, yeah.
So number five. Okay, number five, did you agree code of professional conduct applied in industry? Yes, for sure. I think this one I also answered just now. You really have to apply uh, good conduct within the industry. If not, things will not be carried out as planned or will not finish. Example, like if I were to assign a task to Hamizan and I expected you to have it completed by tomorrow, but you didn't come back within that particular completing that particular task time. So you will be delayed project. Okay. So yes, for sure. Number six, if the engineer did not follow code of professional conduct, what will happen? I one already answer lah. You'll be putting your team, your project, jeopardy, jeopardy lah. Okay. You may not complete the project on time. If you would use any shortcuts within your executions of your project, your final output or your production output may not be qualified lah. Okay. Number seven, what is the punishment given if the engineer want to supplant? Okay, kita pergi nombor 8 dulu boleh eh? A project is important for an engineer. Why the project cannot intervene or to take over the work of another. So under your control. Okay, 9 ni senang. No, I will not. For example, I'm an electrical. I should not be endorsing something that is mechanical. Alright. So because my understanding and my credibility as well as my competency is not within that particular scope of expertise. So if I were to endorse something which is not under my expert or my competency, then there's going to be wrong ethical things to do. Okay. Balik nombor 7. So, what do you mean by it, Chong? What is the punishment given if the engineer want to supplant or attempt to supplant another registered? Yeah? I think I understand what you mean lah. Meaning that if someone to replace lah, replace, replace, replace. Want to replace or attempt to replace another registered engineer. Okay, if from your question this is very general. If everybody all the time got replaced, regardless whether you are an engineer or you are non-engineer, so this is common. So what do you really want to ask here? What is the punishment given if the engineer want to replace or attempt to replace another registered engineer? So I assume this one just another buang keluar registered tu yang taruh registered just another engineer saja. So mungkin replace existing another engineer. Okay. You have to restate your soalan ni supaya boleh nampak lebih jelas. Pasal ini memang tak jelas. Want to supply so memang aku tak faham. Okay. If you were to restate that particular question, from what I understand, if an engineer assigned to another engineer to do the job, but that particular engineer who is performing that particular job does not perform the job properly or rightfully or competently, then who's going to be punished? Both tanggungjawab lah, must be responsible for that particular. Even though the person doing that particular thing doing it incompetently, he must already know what to do, because the person assigning should also be answering his boss. For example, Chong is assigning a job to Hamizan, and then Hamizan not doing the job properly, and then Chong has another boss to answer. Your boss is not going to be punishing Hamizan, he'll be punishing you. Not the kind of punishment that is going to be given is going to be depending on how it is really pertaining towards competency, legality, and a much punishment. But if it's just a simple kind of that maybe verbal reprimand, it depends upon what kind of misconduct or something, or kerosakan yang berlaku lah daripada situ. If what I answer wrong maaf okay. Yang ke-8, the project is important by the why the project cannot intervene over the work another. Cepat-cepat sikit, masa nak habis. Satu apa mana Jom? Jom?
Nombor 8 ni kan, yang masa ada satu project is important for engineer, betul? Okay. Then the project, kenapa project ni macam project ni engineer satu kan? Kenapa engineer dua tak boleh intervene lah atau take over another project? Macam cakap engineer satu ni tak boleh take over another project atau pergi buat kerja lain, macam buat project lain lah. Kenapa?
Okay, saya rasa if I understand from your question, please correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, this question is also very big, tak jelas pasal kau tak terangkan apa yang dia kena ganti, kenapa orang tu kena ganti, dan dan kenapa dia diganti. Soalan nak dia dengan nombor 8 ni lebih kurang sama. You have to elaborate what you meant by that. Kalau tidak, orang lain tak faham. Kau kena beritahu. So kalau orang yang nak gantikan tu, kenapa adakah ilmu digantikan dia tak buat kerja tu ke? Ataupun memang dia tengah buat kerja setengah jalan, tiba-tiba terus ada satu orang masuk terus ganti. So kau kena define senario. So kalau kata satu orang tu memang tengah buat kerja, engineer tengah buat kerja, tapi datang satu orang big boss dia kata okay, take over that particular job from this particular engineer, even though it's halfway, but if the other engineer is also capable and also competent, it's okay, there's no problem with it. Okay, it doesn't mean that if you were being assigned a project and you didn't complete it, that you must complete it until the end. Okay, benda ni berlaku kat mana-mana. Real life nanti kau keluar pun sama juga. Kau tengah kerja projek, kau dapat projek lain, kau berhenti kau dapat projek lain. So ada yes projek kau same work, you have to ganti kerja engineer yang dah berhenti pun sama juga. Benda ni tak salah. Saya kecuali dia dibuat satu orang tu dia buat tapi tiba-tiba yang dapat nama orang lain. Dan saya ni cuma etika saja. Okay, dari segi etika tak baik lah kalau bos dia buat macam itu, bos dia tak bagus lah. Okay, nak punish macam mana nak punish? Kalau dia nak punish unless buat kerja tu memang secara unethical, bagi sebuah ke bagi apa ke, barulah so sebelum habis ni saya rasa Chong number 7, 8, 9 ni, number 7 dengan 8 ni please restate your question supaya nampak lebih jelas. The question looks very good. I don't understand whether the person really is doing job or not doing job or something like that. Because it's very good. Okay. The other 6 questions tu nampak okay lah. Alright. Sorry saya ini sincere punya. So nanti dulu. Okay, any question? We have 30 minutes. Anything else?
That's
So round table, Chong, anything?
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
so
Alright. Thank you guys.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.